Hello everybody, Mannix here. You're going to be doing another Ganzo knife review. This one's going to be on the Ganzo G710 Firebird. Now it looks very similar to the Benchmade Contago, I think. Not quite the same, but it's there. It's a very similar design in many aspects. But I think the Contago is really cool looking, and I think this knife's really cool looking, so let me just say right off the bat, just like my other Ganzo reviews, whether you've seen them or not, this is just another home run. It's just an amazing knife for the money. 20 to 25 bucks is what you're going to be spending on for this. It's absolutely amazing for what you're getting. The quality is all there. It's really cool looking, very tough knife, very good blade steel. Benchmade, if they took this exact, I'm talking this knife specifically, not the one they ripped off, basically, for lack of a better term, the Contago. But if they took this and made it the exact same way, same materials, they could easily get away with maybe about 110 bucks selling it then. People would buy it all day long. This is $20 to $25. It's just, there's no comparison. It's just an amazing knife for what you're getting, for what you're spending your money on. It's really crazy, actually. It's absolutely insane what the quality level is. So let's get some specs out of the way. It's hard to find specs on the Ganzos, so let me just get this ruler here. Previous videos I used my phone app, and that didn't go so well. So we have about 8.25 inches, just about, somewhere around there, overall length. The edge, the cutting edge itself is basic. It's 3.5 inches on the nose, it looks like, but the blade length is just a hair longer than that, as you can see. The handle length, we have about 4.5 inches on the nose right there. So it's a larger knife. It's not a huge knife or anything. It's got a kind of a thick handle. There's a lot to hold on to. It's a big knife. I would consider it a large folder. Very comfortable grip. I love the jimped liners right here. They're not the sharpest in the world, but they're functional. Really like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. I've been getting into knives where you hold onto the handle, but you're not actually touching the blade at all. Like, you're not absorbing any shock with your thumb or anything. You might say you don't get as good control with it. Yeah, I can understand that, but I think it's cool. It feels like a combat knife or something, you know, when you're just holding the handle, not the actual blade. It means nothing, but I just think it's kind of cool. That reminds me of their, for lack of a better term, this is called the Osborne that Ganzo made right here. This is the Firebird 756. It's very similar to that. You don't touch the blade at all. These are some sweet blades. Dang. Absolutely outstanding. It's amazing how much value you're getting with these, with generally almost all of these Ganzos. There's an axis lock right here. We have a 440C blade. We have a satin finish on it. I believe that's a flat grind. I think it is. Yeah, it's a flat grind on there. I love this blade shape, that sweep it has. It's kind of a modified drop point, I guess you could say. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So it's kind of flush right here. It's kind of like a Weehawk, but then it just slightly curves over there. It's very good utility. Almost a reverse taunt right there. It's very strong, good piercer as well. Very good overall. Just blade that's good at everything type of thing. Now, a lot of people don't like the 440C factor. I say get over it. Honestly, it's not a big deal. You're getting so much for your money here. For 20 bucks, it's insanely adequate already for what it is. And that being said, 440C has worked fine for a long time. It gets sharp. It stays pretty sharp decently. Just take care of your blade, you know, drop it up. If you use your knife normally, just occasionally open a package and do normal knife tasks like most people should, then you're not going to have any issues with it, I promise you. But some people, they just kind of sit in their room all day. They just cut, cardboard. Oh, it doesn't get that sharp. Oh, it doesn't have a very good edge for too long. This knife sucks. You need to get a better knife. I need to spend $200 a knife so I can cut more cardboard. It's like, I don't know, if that's your thing, I'm not trying to dog you for that. If that's your thing, that's cool. Whatever. I personally just use my knives normally, like most people would. And then, of course, there are people out there who do genuinely have to use their knives. I understand that, but it's very few of the online, you know, YouTube people. But I digress. Where was I going? We have calling it a polished blade here, not a mirror polish, but it's above just a satin finish. This looks like it's satin right here. It's like a two-tone deal right here. So we have like almost like a polish right there and a satin finish right there on the blade. That's really cool. I like two-tone designs. Thumb studs are awesome. I love it. It's like a big old fat cylindrical thumb studs right there with that taper slightly at the top. Oh my goodness, there's so much to like about this knife. The blade's super smooth. It's super fast. The lockup is strong. So like, this is, look at this axis lock. It's just so smooth. Hair of side to side. I could tighten that though. This one actually has a tiny little bit of up and down. None of the other Ganzos I do have that, but this one, I don't know if it just has to be broken in yet. I don't understand why it would have up and down play unless there's anything obstructing. Yeah, I don't really understand. I think eventually that might work itself out, but I feel just a hair of something currently anyway. But out of all of them, this one has the smoothest action Well, they're all very smooth, but this one's the best of all the ones I've tried. And, you know, it is cheaper, so you are going to get some quality control issues occasionally. You might get a lemon sometimes. So far, I haven't. Maybe this is a lemon. I don't know. But it's been performing amazingly. Super comfortable handle right there. I love it. I love this little choil right there. It's very nice and rounded on the edges. I like this guard right here. The design, the handle's really cool looking. I love this pattern right here. Oh my gosh. And then you got like these cutouts in the G10. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous knife. Full steel liners there. It's heavier, which brings me to the next point. I'll pull out its weight. I'm going to say maybe it's like 5.5 ounces or so. Let us find out. .67 ounces. It was close. So it's a heavier, it's a big old chunky monkey, heavier guy, but that kind of adds to the whole style of it. I think it's a harder, stronger use knife. They could skeletonize it. They could maybe get down to, I don't know, 5.3, 5.4. It's kind of redundant. I like the pocket clip on there. Very simple. It's a little on the tighter side, but it's not too bad. Really like it. The G10 under here isn't too aggressive. In fact, this is the smoother part of it, so they kind of planted it right there, so that's cool. Again, just amazing, amazing how it cants in like that. Oh my gosh. All this design, all these cutouts, all this precision cutting. All for 20 bucks. It's just, it boggles my mind how they're not charging more for these things. It's absolutely ridiculous. See, it's strong, really good blade on there, very sharp. You know, good heat treated 440C is good enough. It's a good blade still. Axis lock, cool looking, big old heavy guy. It's just a cool heavy duty kind of knife. It's just, for reference for how strong the axis lock is, I remember on they did a test of the Benchmade, I think it was the 300, can't really remember, but they put a bunch of force on the handle while it was locked, and it took about, I think, 500 to 600 pounds of pressure to finally break it, and it wasn't even the lock that broke, it was the blade that snapped. The lock was still in place, so it can take well over 600, it might be around 1,000, somewhere around 1,000 pounds of pressure it needs to actually disengage that lock. If the blade will snap before the lock disengages, that's a strong locking mechanism. You don't really need it to get any stronger than that, because why would you need it to get stronger than that? If the blade broke, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's twice as strong, it doesn't matter if 3 times stronger, 10 times stronger, 100 times stronger. The blade broke, it doesn't matter. But that being said, that means it's an invincible locking mechanism for its, you know, philosophy of use. Taking a turn from nothing fancy there. Swappable to the left side, by the way, the pocket clip, that's cool. Tip up carry, thank you very much. It's a little bit poking out of your pocket right there, but that's okay. Lanyard hole. They don't have a little cylinder in there or anything. That's kind of cheap to me, but oh well, it's not a big deal. There's just so much to like, but it's so ridiculously smooth. It's just, for reference, let's get our other guy out here. See, it's a little bit, it's still fast and all, but it's not this. I mean, this feels like it's got an IKBS system on there or something. It's just absolutely amazing. Complete 10, other than the lockup issue this one has, I don't think most of them do. Again, maybe I got a lemon or something, but 10 out of 10 other than that. Everything about this knife is just absolutely solid. Easily they can get away with charging so much more, and it would still blow a lot of the other options out of the water. I remember I always wanted an axis lock. When I was younger, I didn't have the money to afford Benchmades. I wanted an axis lock though, because I wanted to do this. And basically no companies make button lock knives. I don't know why. Those things are awesome, and they're really cheap and easy to make, and you can basically do the same thing the axis lock does, even though it's easier. But the companies are not stepping up to the game. I don't know what it is. Almost nobody's using the button lock. There's like 3 decent knives for around the $50 range or so that use it. I don't understand why more companies aren't hopping on that, but I think they're better in liner locks. I think they're better in lockbacks. I think maybe they're not as strong as lockbacks, but lockbacks are kind of slow. It's just, button locks are fun, they're awesome, so I always wanted something like that, but the only ones that had button locks or axis locks were very expensive. So this is a very good option here. Axis lock is super strong, and it's really easy to open and close like this. It's just, there's no downsides to it. It's ambidextrous. I have no, other than the lockup currently, the tiny hair up and down when I move it, it's just something there, but I can feel that it's strong. I don't know, it's like, that being said, it's just an absolutely incredible knife. I know I'm repeating myself, but that's because it's an incredible knife for what you're getting. And on these Firebirds, you get this, I forgot to mention this in the other videos, but you get this nifty little nylon pouch right here. Little drawstring bag, how about that? a bonus for your bonus. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching.